Okay, so this is basically a breakdown of how my poster analysis and that sort of thing have influenced my final poster design. Um, so let's get to it. As you can see, there is the black silhouette. Now, on a lot of posters, you don't really tend to see silhouettes, but I thought that because the whole idea behind this sort of film idea was this guy who throws these people into a bonfire, and we don't know who the guy is until the end. And it's a very sort of tragic discovery. We can't know who this person is, but from what I've sort of added to the original silhouette, you can see that it's a face. And a lot of people have said, the moderator included, make the shadow more prominent, but I literally couldn't without making him into Pinocchio or something. So I think the face with his hood up is fairly obvious there. He's got a bit of a pout on, so yeah. I think the fire in the background has a really good effect as well. There are lots and lots and lots of posters that I've looked at that have sort of something in the background that's linked to the narrative. And from this poster, we know that the narrative involves a bonfire and some shady guy. Now, I do agree that the shadow needs a bit more oomph. So what I'm going to do is take pictures of the two main characters, David, who plays the detective, and Ethan, who plays the protagonist. And I'm going to put them in sort of half and half opacity and have them just sort of fading into his head, just so that it's a little bit more, I don't know, poster-like. The Seven poster has that. Usually they have at least one face of a star on it. Now the fonts are all pretty good. I got the idea from the makers of the Lodge thing, from most of the posters that I looked at. They were definitely, it was a theme. The stars as well. Now, some of the posters had them at the top and some of them had them at the bottom, but I felt that with the font that they were written in and the way that they were presented, I thought that it would be much, much better to have them at the top of the poster rather than to have them at the bottom. Now the title, that was sort of, it's got its own font basically, and it's not too big, but it's at the bottom where most of the posters that I looked at, you know, Black Swan and, all those ones, and there's Saw. The titles all were at the bottom in fairly big writing. Then we've got the little cast and crew bit down here. Now I do need to add a bit more to that, I know that, and I will do that. And then we've got the little production company things, and I got those from a lot of the posters that I saw as well. Insidious had those on, and just different ones that were on there, and the hashtag and icons for social media as well. Now I know that this poster is currently a C, but I'm hoping that my adaptations with the cast and crew thing and the sort of opaque people in the background will sort of bump that up a bit, because I honestly do think it's a really cool poster. My other poster was okay, but I really think that this one's a lot better. So yeah, that is how my my poster analyses helped me to form my poster. Oh, there was also the colours as well. Black is a common theme in horror posters, as I found out through my analysis. So I decided to use quite a lot of black in my poster, and that's why the main colour is black. Now red and orange are sort of warm colours, but the fact that it's in a fire, it makes it seem to represent danger a lot more. So the danger that's represented by this orangey colour tells you that it's not going to be particularly safe. And it sort of gives you a hint at the genre as well. And that is how my poster analysis influenced my poster design.